President Zelenskyy now responding for the first time since getting the readout on that call between Trump and Putin about ending the war in Ukraine. Our chief international correspondent, James Longman, was there to ask Zelenskyy, and what did he tell you?
Yeah, Kira, I was in a virtual room, only 15 journalists, the hastily arranged press conference by President Zelenskyy. It's actually the first time he's done anything like this. This is how quickly the Ukrainians want to respond to the Trump-Putin call. I asked, very simply, would Ukraine match Vladimir Putin's pledge to not hit energy infrastructure in Russia? It's been it's been a big part of Ukraine's tactics in this war. It's made a significant impact. And his answer was, we would in principle, but we have to see the details. It was actually a Ukrainian suggestion originally. They floated this idea because it's taken a huge toll here in Ukraine. Energy infrastructure hit relentlessly. And with the irony that we often accompanies Vladimir Putin's statements, no sooner has he mentioned the idea of not hitting energy infrastructure than we hear just about half an hour ago a major power plant in Slavyansk was just struck by Russian missiles. Obviously, these are planned days, if not hours in advance. But nevertheless, it just kind of serves to, show you that whilst all this talk is going on, nothing's actually happening here in Ukraine. I also asked President Zelenskyy if he felt that Donald Trump was the one calling the shots, or if it was in fact Vladimir Putin. Because let's be honest, this is not a ceasefire agreement. This is a pledge that Vladimir Putin has made, contingent on Ukraine agreeing to it, but he has not agreed to the ceasefire. He dodged that. He does not want to be seen to be criticizing the United States. He said it's hard to tell. But what he does want very much is to get on the phone to Donald Trump and find out what's expected of him now and see if this really could be the first step to peace. He acknowledged it is a good step, but he'd like to see more. Worried, like many in Ukraine, at Vladimir Putin insisting that military assistance be cut off and intelligence sharing be cut off to this country. I mean, on this call, it's clear that Vladimir Putin listed all his demands in this more than 2.5 hours of conversation with Donald Trump, and he hasn't moved an inch on any of it. He's only agreed to the energy infrastructure strikes, and that's probably because they've taken a huge toll on his own energy infrastructure.